Hey, nature photographers, it's Lee Hoy. I am so glad to be back with you. I'm back from Brazil. We had some phenomenal photographic opportunities. Also had some real challenging ones with a medical evacuation from the most remote part of the Pantanal. But we had incredible giant river otters, giant anteaters. We ended up with over 20 giant anteaters. That was amazing. And 5 of the lesser southern tamandu, which is a smaller anteater. Incredible birds, just an outstanding time. But I'm so glad to be back with you now. I apologize for the delay in responding to some of your comments. We did have some Wi-Fi and it was a bit limited, but it was a very challenging, physically demanding trip. So I am going to share with you how to assemble your cleaning kit for cleaning your lenses, cleaning your camera, and cleaning your sensor. So today's video is going to be very practical. I'm going to talk to you about what I do out in the field and how I assemble and organize my cleaning equipment and the kind of things I look for. So let's jump right into it. Howdy from West Texas. I'm Lee Hoy, professional nature photographer, and this is my YouTube channel, Lee Hoy Photography. I'm an OM System Ambassador, photography workshop instructor for Wildside Nature Tours and Precision Camera and Video, and contributing author for the Journal of Wildlife Photography. So when it comes to assembling a cleaning kit, we definitely want to make sure that our products are safe for the coatings on our lenses, they're safe for the LCD screen on the back of our camera, that we can deal with all different kinds of environmental and climatic situations. What about if you're photographing in an area with a lot of dust and then you throw wind in with that, right? What about light rain, heavy rain? What about beaches with sticky sand? You know, different beaches in Galapagos, some have very hard, fine sand that doesn't tend to stick. Others are like Flower Beach, where the sand is very white, very fine. It sticks to everything. How do we want to clean things when we have some static electricity? I'll tell you, I love winter. It's been in the mid 50s to the upper 60s here at home in West Texas. It was so nice coming back to that great weather. Had some lovely rains. But, you know, when you get to winter out here, we get static electricity. I hate static electricity in my clothes, and I hate trying to get dust off of a lens when there's static electricity. So what do you do then, right? How do you handle that? There's a couple of different techniques that we're going to take a look. So what I like to talk about first is cleaning our lenses and, the different gear that I use for that. So this is a bag. This bag is called the UT Wire. This is the UT Wire bag. I believe it's a think tank. The link for this bag, as you can see right here, will be in the video description down below. It zips up. It is a bag meant for like electronic cables and connectors. This is my bag I take to areas that aren't going to be wet, not going to have a beach involved. I don't really have to worry about the weather too much, even though this handles a little bit of moisture just fine. This is not what I'm going to take if I'm going to be laying down on a beach or, potentially getting caught in waves or potentially heavy rain spots. So what I like about this particular bag is the different pouches and the way it's organized, okay? So right here, take a look in this bag and I'll go over the different elements of it. Down at the bottom is a zippered compartment, and that's where I keep my lens cloths. Now, let's talk about lens cloths for a second because they're not all made the same. They're very different. So Wildside, if you do a workshop with Wildside or you come by our booth, we have these lens cloths. And they're pretty soft and they're pretty thick. Well, then you come across some others that are often thinner and they're even slicker. And so there's a couple of different purposes I like. When I spray a lens, I like a thicker, soft cloth to wipe off that initial moisture, okay? And because I do tend to spray a little heavier just because I feel like giving a little more moisture will help protect the lens and you don't want to grind on your lens in case there is some particle on there. You want to wipe off gently, but I like a nice moisture absorbing lens cloth to begin with. Then after I clean the lens, after I get all that moisture off, I'm going to take one of these thinner, shinier cloths. This is from my eye care center, Blue Bonnet Vision Associates in Georgetown, Texas. I'm going to take one of these shinier cloths and then I'm going to polish that lens. So I don't carry just one type, This is a thicker one from OM System that I also use. It's a little bigger, so for a bigger lens, right? Or if I need to wipe dampness off from around a lens opening or something when I'm going to take something off. So I'll carry a bunch, and I shove them in that little zippered pouch. You can see it again right down here at the bottom of this bag. Next up, you're going to see blowers. Now, I carry a couple of different blowers. I really prefer a much more powerful blower, but as you can see, this is a pretty long blower. It has a filter here on the end to keep it from blowing dust particles through. And I love this blower, but it's a little big for taking on the road. So when I'm shooting from the vehicle, when I'm just, out and about walking around, this one is a little smaller. This is Giatos brand. And I don't remember the brand on this red one. If my eyesight, ProMaster, this is a ProMaster, the red one. This is Giatos. So I like having different sizes. Smaller to make it more compact for travel, larger for a little more power when I'm just driving around, walking around. And then this one slides in. There's a couple of little elastic straps here at the top that hold it in. Next thing that you want to put in your lens cleaning kit is the static free brush. So this brush comes in this little case. I like to keep it in there, and it's static free. So when I have some static electricity and particles or dust just keep going right back to the lens, this is what I'm going to brush it with. I don't use it unless I have an issue with static electricity. I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want it being a problem. But that is a strong necessity for me in a lens cleaning kit bag. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Now, when it comes to your lens cleaning solution, you want to make sure that it says safe for all coated lenses. You do not want a cleaner that could get rid of some of those, lens manufacturers put all kinds of coatings on the lens element. And if you're buying cheap or bad lens cleaning solution, you can have a problem. So this is Zeiss. This is ProMaster's Optic Clean. This Zeiss says safe for all coated lenses. The ProMaster says safe for use on all photographic and optical lenses. So you want to make sure it says that. Be careful where you're buying your lens cleaning solution. I have a big bottle I keep here at home for my eyeglasses, my camera gear. And then I have a bunch of small bottles that are easier for travel that just slide right into this little case. Now I have my typical lipstick brush. These are great unless they're static electricity, then they don't work for crap. So if you've got some bigger particles on your lens element, you're going to want to wipe that off, brush that off. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the lens with the blower, and I'll do a video about actually cleaning lenses at some point. Brush with this or the anti-static one. Keep it closed up, keep it sealed up. You don't want crap getting on that. And so it's a little lipstick brush cleaner. And all of this stuff I'll have links to the ones I have down in the video description below. So this bag is dry climate, okay? Next, I have one of those, this is the Gecko brand. There's Pelican, other brands. This is Gecko brand's waterproof case. So if I'm going to be in the Galapagos, and notice I put a little carabiner on this, okay? So this stays on the outside of my wet, dry bag, backpack. But if I'm going to be on a beach, if I'm going to be in rainstorms, where I don't want debris and junk getting in my case, this is my lens cleaning kit. Now I can put this blower in there and then squeeze it in. I don't have it in there right now because Brazil, I did not need the waterproof one. So in here right now, you can see I have lens cleaning cloths. I have some of the lens cleaning spray, and I would just move my anti-static brush, lipstick brush, and whatnot into this. In a way, I'd like a little more room, but then I'm just adding to all the things I have to take with me already. So you don't want to use the same bag, and again, if you don't really go to beaches, if you're not getting wet, if you're not out in downpours, if you're not super dusty area, then you may not need this. But boy, and I love having the carabiner on there to just clip it to the outside so I can readily. And the nice thing is when I get back on the yacht in the Galapagos, I can just rinse. If I got crap all over this, I just take the spray at the back of the yacht, spray this bag off, this waterproof box off, and boom, I'm golden. I'm ready to go. Okay, so those are the items. But now let's talk about cleaning your sensor. Okay, I was really lucky. I was at a festival in Florida. Oh, I hear a Woodhouse's scrub jay out there in the back. And I was at a festival in Florida, and right across from the Wildside Nature Tours booth was a booth from a gentleman who cleaned sensors, charged a small fee. And I visited with him quite a while about sensor cleaning, and I learned some very important tips. A, not all sensor swabs are the same. B, not all sensor solution is the same. He told me a horror story about using a wrong solution type on someone's sensor and ruined their sensor and had to pay to have it replaced. So what is it I like to use? Well, the first time I purchased it, I got this little kit, and the brand is Eclipse, okay? I'll have a link to both the kit and the individual items that you'll need for reorder. Now, so this I just ordered, it's a refill. During a flight, I don't know if TSA, they screw up so much crap when they inspect my gear. Somebody left the lid off, and I know it wasn't me because I didn't clean my sensor that time, and all of it drained out in my bag. Thank you, TSA. You've broken my African souvenirs. You've screwed up so many things, it's not even funny. So what you want for OM system cameras are the 17 millimeter swabs. You do not want the bigger ones. Those are for full frame sensors or larger, okay? 17 millimeter swabs. Again, the link is down below. So in this box, this is the refill box, okay? I get more swabs, and then you're going to get, if I can get it out of here, then you're going to get the little bottle of solution. All right. Now I will do a video on an actual cleaning of a sensor at some point. So Eclipse brand. And the nice thing about this kit, right? Let me put the stuff in here. When you have your kit all together here, so you're going to have your bottle of solution, you're going to have your swabs, and you're going to have some lens cleaning cloths that it comes with over here. So this kit you can either carry separately, but what I'll often do is I'll take this a couple of swabs, maybe 3 or 4 swabs, and this, and stick it in my lens cleaning kit. I don't generally put it in this one because I don't want to risk one particle of sand on a sensor swab. And you only use these swabs once. You do not take them out of the packaging till you use them. We'll have a video on that. But I like this little bag. It's got a little storage pouch on the front. It's got a little belt clip, so you could easily attach this to a backpack with a carabiner, or you could put it on your belt, which I don't generally like having too many things on my belt. So Eclipse brand 17 millimeter sensor cleaning swab kit. You can buy the bigger kit with this, or you can just buy one of these packages. So that's how I like to carry my lens cleaning kit. It's a very thorough kit. It takes into account all different kinds of climatic situations, weather conditions, because you don't want to be risky when it comes to cleaning your lenses. You don't want to be nonchalant. You want to take a lot of care with them so that we don't remove the special lens coating and we don't scratch them. So I hope this video has been helpful about assembling your cleaning kit for when you're out and about doing your photography. Hey, I have got some 2025 OM system only workshops coming up. I still have some space on the Mastering Bird in Flight in Florida. I have space on the 2025 Grand Teton Yellowstone 2-week, all the computational photography features. And I'm looking forward to I need a couple more people for that second OM System mentorship program to fill. I thank you for joining me. It's good to be back home. I don't get back on the road until a little later when I head to Panama and then off to Grand Teton and Yellowstone. Get out there, go capture some great images. We'll see you next time.